This is the correct way to cut. The best way to cut. I recently lost 19 kilos within 18 weeks on my most recent cut. This way of cutting trumps every other way. Most people, when they go on a cut, they go to the gym, they lift weights, and then they just focus on reducing their calories over time. They focus on things like drinking diet drinks, eating low calorie dense foods, drinking more water overall, eating a higher protein diet. While all these things are amazing, I get all my clients to do them, fantastic, you're still missing something very important. Whilst all these strategies are fantastic, eventually you're going to hit a plateau because you're going to have to keep reducing calories. You're going to be hungry, especially if you have a low maintenance level of calories. Naturally, some people are genetically blessed. Their maintenance level of calories is very high. I know people in the past, it's 3,000. I've coached people, it's 3,000. Their struggle was to gain weight. And I've thought, I would love to trade positions with you because I'll just be chowing down food all day because I love food so much. Some people are not as genetically blessed. Me, my level of fat likes to be at a higher set point. The chances are this is also you if you're watching this video right now. For us, it's a lot more difficult. Let's say your maintenance level of calories is 2,000. To be in a deficit, you have to eat 1,500 calories, which is not that much food at all. And the thing about your deficit number is that it will decrease over time the more weight you lose. So the lighter you get, the lower that number gets to maintain that calorie deficit. And this often leads to yo-yo dieting, where people will lose a bunch of weight, they'll hit a plateau, they'll gain it all back, they'll lose a bunch of weight, gain it all back, and this can be very frustrating. I've been there before. So the way we counteract this is by using your biggest weapon in a dieting phase, a cutting phase, whatever you want to call it. That is cardio, increasing your energy expenditure. This is the best way to cut. The best way to reduce your natural set point of body fat is to do cardio regularly. It's going to make a huge difference. Your energy expenditure is made up of two things. The first thing is eat. So that's exercise, activity, thermogenesis. It's planned exercise, cardio. Second thing I like to call is everything else. That's made up of three things. It's made up of your BMR, that's the thing that's keeping you alive right now, your body's functions. Second thing, thermic effect of food. That's when you eat food, the energy it takes to digest that food. And the third thing is neat. So that's fidgeting, unplanned exercise, basically, like moving around the house, little chores, etc. So the way we increase your overall energy expenditure is increasing your EAT, your level of exercise, activity, thermogenesis. Cardio. A lot of coaches and really smart people, not that smart, they can't get this right. They'll use this graph and they'll say your TDEE, so your total daily energy expenditure, is made up of all of these things, and cardio is only 5%. Planned exercise, only 5% of your TDEE. Well, it's only 5% if you're lazy and you don't do any exercise. And the reason why so many people are obese and overweight is because it is only 5%. It's not like it's a fixed number and you can't increase it. Oh man, these videos I see online really trigger me, because if people just did more cardio, the world would be leaner, the world would be happier. And yeah, for me on my diet, it was probably 30-35% of my TDEE. So you can increase that number. It's going to make it easier to cut, because when you increase the amount of calories burned, you can increase the amount of calories you intake, which is a beautiful thing because you can eat more food while still being in a calorie deficit. Another thing coaches will say is lifting weights is so much more important than cardio if you want to lose fat. Incorrect. I love lifting weights. I've done it for 6+ years at this point. It's one of my favorite things to do in the world. I don't think you can look aesthetic without lifting weights. So you should lift weights. I'm not saying not to. It's very healthy to do it. Increases your lifespan if you lift weights. However, in the context of fat loss, cardio is more important. The argument that people will use is if you lift weights, you build muscle. And muscle burns more calories than fat does. Or muscle burns a lot of calories. So you're essentially increasing your BMR. You're increasing the calories that your body needs to survive. However, for every kilo that you build of muscle, you only increase your BMR by 13 calories, which is not a lot. 13 calories. So I've built 10 kilos of muscle over the last 6-7 years. That's 130 calories my metabolism has increased over 6 years. It's not that many calories. So people think that this is so high. It's marginal, the effect that this has. It will only increase your metabolism by a little bit. And lifting weights on its own does not burn that many calories. A set lasts around 30 seconds, 45 seconds at most. How many sets do you do in a session? Maybe 15. So that's under 10 minutes of actual work. The rest you're just resting and speaking to people in the gym. So you'd burn more calories just going on a walk. Literally just going on a walk. Let's say you're 100 kilos. When you walk, you're carrying that 100 kilos the whole time. You're not resting, you're just doing constant movement. So cardio burns a lot more calories. And the great thing about cardio is another myth in the fitness industry is the more you do cardio, the more your body gets used to it. And the less calories you burn. False again, incorrect again. The more you do cardio, the fitter you get, the more calories you can burn in the same period of time. You become a better butter burner. You become more fit. Okay, I'm going to use an analogy so you can understand this. Maybe you're a coach. Maybe you're watching this disagreeing with me. Let me use an analogy. So let's take a car. So my old beat up Toyota Yaris. It's a very bad car. It did serve me very well in the time that I had it. I'm grateful for that car. No longer with us. It would take ages to get to 100 miles an hour. That was probably the max speed. Whereas a Ferrari, you can go 0 to 200 miles an hour pretty damn quick, right? If you're just driving in a straight line. Let's say there's a racetrack of 100 miles. The Ferrari is going to get there in half an hour because it's driving 200 miles an hour. The Toyota Yaris is going to get there in a whole hour because it's driving at 100 miles an hour at its max speed. So the Ferrari is doing the same distance in half the time, but it's going to burn the same amount of fuel. In the context of fitness, let's say you start on the treadmill, the incline treadmill walk, the best cardio, in my opinion, to lose fat. That's what I did all the time. Let's say when you're really unfit, you're first starting out, you can burn 400 calories an hour. Over the course of time, maybe a year, you get really fit. You hammer that incline treadmill every day, you get super fit. Over the course of that time, maybe you can burn, at the end of that year, 800 calories in the same hour, where you only used to burn 400 because your VO2 max has increased so much and you're a lot fitter. You can burn more calories in the same amount of time. The leanest people on earth do cardio year round, if they're not genetically blessed, like a lot of people. But the leanest people do cardio because it is so damn effective at burning calories and keeping you in a deficit or maintenance, whatever your goal is. With all my clients, EAT, so exercise, activity, thermogenesis, is made up of two different things. The first one is low intensity steady state cardio. That's like the incline treadmill, which I just mentioned, or the Stairmaster, or the rowing machine, or the cross trainer, whatever you like. That's low intensity steady state cardio. This is your most efficient way of burning calories. It just is. And yeah, you should be doing this very regularly if your goal is to lose fat, more than weight training. The second part of this is steps. So steps are great because they're very low stress on the body, don't give you that much fatigue at all. You can mix it in with your regular day and you don't have to shower and get changed. If you don't have time for steps, just increase that cardio amount. But I like a mixture of both steps as well as cardio. Those two things make up EAT. And if you increase those two things, it's going to make your diet a lot easier. So like I said in that example earlier, your maintenance might be 2,000 calories. Let's say you do 10,000 steps as well as half an hour of cardio. So 10,000 steps burns 500 calories. Half an hour of cardio burns around 300. So that now your maintenance is 2,800. So you've gone from 2,000 to 2,800 just from doing 10K steps and half an hour of cardio, which is not that hard. Raise your standards for what is difficult. That is not that difficult at all to do daily. A lot of people out there do hours of exercise every day. Your body is capable of so much more of what you're doing right now. Obviously, progressively overload to that. Don't just jump into doing hours of exercise every day. Progressively overload, work up to it, but your body is capable of so much more than you're doing. As well as just helping you get lean, cardio is going to make you healthy. It's a requirement to be a healthy human being. You should be doing at least 150 minutes of cardio every week just to be a healthy human being. That's the minimum. So if you're not doing that, make that the starting goal. But you're going to notice a big difference in your mental clarity, your mental sharpness, your levels of happiness, your sense of well-being. It's all going to increase when you start doing cardio regularly. I cannot imagine what life would be without cardio. It wouldn't be nearly as good as it is now, and it's free. It's completely free. You can go out for a run even. You can go to a gym and do the traditional boring Stairmaster, cross trainer, incline treadmill, listen to some music, watch your podcast while you're doing it. It's going to make a big difference in your cut, and this will be one of the things that makes your transformation that much faster. The reason why I was able to lose 19 kilos in 18 weeks is because I was doing so much energy expenditure during that time. And this is the correct way to cut. I can promise you. It allows you to keep food higher, makes you healthier, makes you feel like an athlete rather than just a slow bodybuilder who's eating such a small amount of food. Hopefully this video was valuable to you. If you want help actually structuring a plan dependent on your specific needs, maybe you struggle to lose weight for a long time, you just need someone to hold you accountable and consistent to a plan, and you need to work on your mindset, hire me. Click the top link in the description to book a call with me to see if we'd be a good fit to work with each other for my one-to-one coaching. Subscribe, hit the like, leave a comment on what you thought. Maybe you disagree that cardio is not good and you should not do cardio. Maybe you think that. Maybe leave that comment down below. I want to hear your amazing opinion, and I'll see you in the next video.